Have you ever noticed how some people seem genuinely content staying home while others feel trapped by the same four walls? In a world that celebrates constant movement and social connection, there's something quietly rebellious about choosing your own space over everyone else's energy. But psychology reveals this isn't about being antisocial or lazy. It's about how your brain is literally wired to process the world. Picture this. Friday night arrives. Your phone buzzes with invitations, group chats lighting up with plans. While some people feel energized by these possibilities, others feel something different. Not dread exactly, but a quiet pull toward the familiar comfort of home. They're not missing out. They're choosing differently. And there's a neurobiological reason why. Your brain doesn't treat stimulation the same way as everyone else's brain. Research shows that introverts and extroverts process dopamine completely differently. Extroverts have more dopamine receptors, meaning they need higher levels of stimulation to feel satisfied. Social interaction, loud environments, and constant activity literally fuel their happiness. But for others, that same stimulation feels overwhelming because their brains are more sensitive to dopamine. What energizes one person exhausts another. Here's what most people don't realize. When you prefer staying home, your brain is following a longer, more complex processing pathway. Neuroimaging studies reveal that introverted brains route information through areas associated with planning, self-reflection, and long-term memory. Every social interaction gets filtered through multiple cognitive layers. Meanwhile, extroverted brains take shorter, more direct pathways focused on immediate, external stimulation. This explains why home feels different for certain minds. It's not avoidance. It's optimization. Your environment directly impacts your cognitive performance, and some brains simply perform better in controlled, predictable spaces. Home becomes a psychological sanctuary where you can think clearly without competing stimuli demanding your attention. But there's something deeper happening here. The preference for staying home often reflects a fundamental difference in how you recharge energy. While extroverts gain energy from social interaction, others lose energy from the same activities. This isn't a character flaw or social deficiency. It's a documented neurobiological reality. Your nervous system requires downtime to process and integrate experiences that others handle automatically. During the pandemic, researchers discovered something fascinating. They identified 3 distinct psychological profiles in how people responded to staying home. The emotionally stable introverts showed lower stress levels and enhanced creative thinking compared to those who craved social connection. Their mental health remained stable because their environment matched their neurological needs. This challenges the cultural narrative that staying home equals missing out. Psychology reveals the opposite. For certain minds, staying home means engaging more deeply with life, not less. You're not withdrawing from meaningful connection. You're being selective about the type of connection that genuinely nourishes you. The research on university students shows this perfectly. Extroverted students naturally gravitated toward central, highly social campus locations. Introverted students chose quieter, more secluded spaces away from the hub. Neither group was right or wrong. They were simply following their neurological blueprint for optimal functioning. Here's the shift that changes everything. Understanding this isn't about justifying isolation or avoiding growth. It's about recognizing that your brain operates differently, and honoring that difference leads to better mental health, enhanced creativity, and more authentic relationships. When you stop forcing yourself into environments that drain you, you create space for the connections and activities that genuinely fulfill you. The people who thrive at home aren't missing life. They're living it according to their neurological design. They understand that energy is finite, attention is valuable, and choosing quality over quantity in both social connections and experiences leads to deeper satisfaction. You've just seen the mechanism. The next move is yours. You don't need to shout to be understood. You just need the right space to think clearly. That's what rational depth is. A quiet corner of the internet for intelligent minds. If you felt something here, subscribe. Quietly, thoughtfully, subscribe. Quietly, thoughtfully.